And we are back. I left the server on a little too long, and it looks like I'm thirsty and hungry, but if I die, at least we don't have anything to lose. Let's find our way over here. If you notice in the top right hand corner, there are journey steps. These journey steps, they give you experience, which you can then use to level. Climbing is one of them. Drinking is another. I had picked up a sealed water skin over there on the rock. We are going to use that. We're going to see if we can find some food right quick. Let's sprint. The default sprint key is shift. You can usually find food in the grassy areas. So our biggest goal right now is to find some stone and some sticks so we can make basic tools and get some materials to clothe ourselves and find some shelter. And then we will need to work on food and water and things like that to make sure we can survive. Up here, you'll see there is this bat-looking thing. Don't worry. He's a little scary, but he won't do anything to you at the beginning here. And in true barbarian fashion, as you can see on my hotbar here, we have a handful of insects. I am actually going to eat them. They don't replenish a whole lot of food, but it's better than nothing. We're going to get some more insects, hopefully. It looks like we've only gotten one so far. I think I can eat the seeds too, which I might end up doing. Let's see, can we eat the seeds? No, we cannot eat the seeds. So you can hit M to bring up the map. We're going to target this river over here. This river is also known as Noob River. So I am going to make my way up there, and I will be back once we get up there. Not quite at the river yet, guys, but I wanted to bring you back to show you, in order to make your first tools, you're going to have to make them out of stone. And you can find little pieces of stone on the ground, walk up to them, and press it's E on the computer by default. This game is also on consoles, so if you're curious of what key it needs, it will tell you in the bottom right. We're going to need some stone, and we'll also need sticks or branches to make some of the tools as well. You can find branches on the ground. They're a little sparse in this area, but don't worry, we're going to be making an axe first, and then that will solve our stick problems and our wood problems from there. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to come in here to knowledge. We already have survival stone, and we have survival and stone tools. If you're familiar with Ark, this is a lot like the Ark system. This is how you unlock crafting recipes. We'll talk about attributes and all this other stuff a bit later. But the first thing you can craft in your inventory, you just click on what you want to craft, and you see I can't craft it at the moment because I don't have 5 branches. How many branches do I have? 4. We'll come over here and we will grab another branch. Now I can craft the stone hatchet. Don't get that confused with the stone cleaver. The stone cleaver is used to butcher animals. It's not very effective on trees or rocks in the beginning if you need. So now that we have made our first tool, that was one of the journey steps. We're going to come over here and we are going to hit a tree. Notice I'm getting wood and branches from this. Still don't have any food, but we're going to come over here to knowledge, and we're going to unlock our warrior knowledge, which is going to allow us to make swords. We're also going to do shields. And I want to make, okay, so twine, I can make 5 twine. So as you see in the shield here, it needs 5 branches, 20 stone, and 5 twine. So let's come up here, grab some more branches. I got us some more branches and some more wood. We're going to actually come right down here into the lush green area if I don't die from falling, and I'm probably going to die now because of hunger as well. Oh, I got some more insects. Let's eat them right quick. Let's eat some more insects. But we're going to come over here. The axe is not the preferred tool to get stone, but you can actually break these stones for stone now. One thing we are going to do is we are going to make the stone sword now. But notice, I don't have the 5 twine, but I have a gear up here. By that, that means that when I hit craft, it will make the twine that I need in order to craft this sword. And what we are going to do, and this is probably stupid because I don't have a whole lot of health, we are going to use this to kill something so I can get some meat. First thing I need to do is unlock primitive cooking. I will bring you back when we are about to kill the first thing for some meat. And we are back. As you see, I made a shield. I also made the stone cleaver. The stone cleaver is made with just 10 stone and 5 branches. The shield is made with 16 wood and 4 twine. We are going to see if I can find an animal right quick so I can make something to eat. I managed to find enough insects to keep from dying, but we're not going to be able to live off of insects forever, so I want to get some other food. So we've got this thing here. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's a roughneck or something like that. I'm going to try and take it on without dying to get us some food, so here we go. I ran out of stamina right there, and I died. And see, if you don't have a bed or a bedroll, you will spawn back in the middle of the desert. Well, we don't have a whole lot that we lost. We will be able to see where our body is, and see, it even gives you a tip to build a bed for spawn point. So I'm going to cut here, and we will get back to our body, and once we get back to our body, I'm going to show you how to cook some food so that way you don't starve to death like I did. Okay guys, we are back. I had gotten my body and I had recorded myself showing you how to get meat and cook it, but apparently I had lost some of that coverage. So here we are going to go over this again. When you have a dead corpse, like we have these scalebacks here, walk up to them with the stone cleaver and click left on the mouse, and then you will end up with some items. Notice I got 10 savory flesh there. So we're going to need a campfire to cook our meat. The campfire recipe is just 5 stone, 10 wood. So we are going to place down our campfire. We're going to open the campfire, and in order to cook the meat, it needs fuel. So we will have to put a little bit of fuel in there, which in this case is wood. And then we're going to put this meat in here, and we are going to hit the play button. That will start us cooking meat. And as the rest of this meat is cooking, you can see the crafting queue down here in the bottom right. It tells you how long it takes for each item to cook. The bar up here at the top is not the crafting time. That is the time that your current piece of fuel has left. And notice, it stopped burning fuel when there were no more cookable items. And that's good, so it doesn't just burn through all of your cookable items. So I'm going to make it down to the water, get a bit to drink in our water skin, and we're going to make a little bit of a base and talk about the attribute system. I'll see you guys in a few. And we are back, guys. This is where I decided on for my base, this little, almost an island here, peninsula. It might be an island. I can't tell if that's connected or not. But the reason I chose this is because there's nothing hostile over here. There's a decent amount of stone, some wood, but if we need like plant fibers, we can go across to the other island over there and get it, or we can come back over this way and get it. So the base is relatively safe over here, and we have water on almost every side if we need it. So first things first, we are going to talk about the knowledge system. So I already unlocked some of this stuff, but the knowledge system, every level you get knowledge points. I am already level 8, and you level up by harvesting stuff, performing tasks, performing the journey steps like craft a tool I have completed, clothe yourself I haven't, use a bed or bedroll I haven't completed those yet. Those give lots of XP and make leveling decent. But if I want to build some sort of shelter, I'm going to need to unlock the Apprentice Mason here. Notice it costs 1 point to unlock. This will unlock sandstone foundations, construction hammer, repair hammer, walls, ceilings, door frames, pillars. This will unlock a whole lot of building stuff that I will need to make a shelter. So we're going to go ahead and unlock that. You also get the Salvager set. This is from the Isles of Ispa DLC, which I have. These are your two basic building blocks. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with. I went with sandstone last time, so I might go with Salvager on this playthrough. So now, on to attributes. We have strength, which strength determines the damage that you do with strength-based weapons and slightly increases how much you can carry. Agility determines the damage you do with agility-based weapons, helps you act after dodge, and slightly increases the size of your stamina pool. Vitality determines the size of your health pool. Authority, which this one is new to the 3.0 update. The authority determines the amount of damage your followers deal and the amount of concussive damage you deal. So we'll get into this later, but you can capture a lot of the hostile humans around the map and turn them to fight for you and live in your little village using what is called the Will of Pain, much like in the Conan movies. We'll get into that later. Grit determines the size of your stamina pool and has direct effect on your armor. And expertise determines the maximum weight you can carry and gives some bonuses to your survival tools. To start off with, I am going to put a few points into strength, and then I want more health, so I'm going to put the rest into health. I put 5 into health, and notice I unlocked a perk here. Fierce Vitality. You gain passive health regeneration, and that is important. I'm going to go gather some stone and some wood so we can build us a platform before we move on to the next topic, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So I haven't gotten all of the stone and wood that I want yet, but I wanted to bring you guys back in because we're going to craft a stone pickaxe. As you saw earlier, you can get stone with your axe. It's just not as efficient, so we're going to make a pickaxe, and we're going to see that our yield on stone should increase. Oh yeah, that's definitely much better on our stone. And I wanted to show you, up at the top left under my health, you have the water drop. That is how thirsty you are. You have what looks like a piece of meat. That is your food. As you can see, my food is red. We'll eat here in just a second. You have what looks like a weight icon. That is actually how much you are carrying. You can also see here in your inventory, I am carrying 39% of my total weight that I can carry. And finally, the temperature or thermometer looking icon is just that. It is your current temperature. You can be hot or you can be cold in this game, and clothing affects that, and in portions of the map you're going to have special clothing in order to be able to go there. So I'm hungry. Let's take a look at one of our meat. It is food, and we are going to use that. That is a fulfilling meal, and notice it gave me 49 hunger. That is quite a bit. And now I am full on my hunger again. And notice my health is now regenerating again. That is because when I am hungry, my health does not regen. Alright, so I'm going to finish gathering the materials to make a quick shelter, and we'll be back. And we are back. I am now going to craft the construction hammer, so we can begin working on building us a shelter. Shelter's not going to be very big at first, just someplace we can go in and hide if we get aggro on some stuff, or if we get a sandstorm. Because the sandstorms will kill us. As you saw in the entrance and teaser video on the channel, the sandstorm came during the cutscene and knocked him out. So as soon as we get the hammer on our hotbar, we can select it, and then it defaults to the sandstone foundations. If you want to change what piece you are building with, you can hit the F key on your keyboard, and then it will tell you how many pieces and of what you can build. And if you hover over it, it will tell you how many materials are required. You can do the same with flotsam, but I think we're going to go with sandstone for this, since this is the basic. And if you want to rotate it, you can scroll up and down on the middle mouse button. Alright, so we're going to put a foundation here, here, here. We're just going to do a slight 3x3 right here, and see, it won't let me place it right here because the campfire is right next to it. So we'll just walk up to the campfire, return to inventory, go back to this hammer, and then now we are going to put in some walls. So again, we're going to hit F to change, and right now we can only make 2 sandstone walls. I apparently did not do enough farming, so I'm going to do some more stone farming and some more wood farming, and when we come back we'll finish building this place. Alright guys, welcome back. I went and got some stone, also got attacked by some scalebacks from over in this direction. The red scalebacks are males and they are hostile. By default, the green scalebacks are females, and they will only attack if attacked or if you mess with one of their babies. So we're going to come in here and we are going to build a little bit more shelter now. Put the outside walls on here. And I know it is a bit dark. I'm going to change it to where we don't have as long of nights in a bit, but that is why I have the torch out currently. And remember, hit F. We're going to build a sandstone door frame, and then the door requires 5 twine. So we're going to come in our inventory and craft all 5 twine. And then we are going to put down the door. Also, we will need a roof if we're going to use this place during a sandstorm, but right now having the walls up is the most important thing. So, one thing we are going to do is our torch is going to run out just about now. I do not have enough plant fiber to craft another torch, so we're going to go out and get some plant fiber, and this allows me to talk about what I want to talk about next is gathering plant fiber. It is a tedious task at the beginning. It does get better, because notice I only got 2 plant fiber there. We will end up being able to make an iron sickle here in just a bit, and that will then really ramp up the amount of plant fiber we get. So just like with the rocks, they could be hit with an axe to gain stone, but you got more stone if you hit it with a pickaxe. Same with the sickle. You can get plant fiber from these plants, but you will get more if you use a sickle. And I hear the scaleback. Where is he? Oh, there he is. You get to see the red scalebacks. These guys are aggressive. They are not too bad to fight as long as you are blocking appropriately and paying attention to make sure that you have enough stamina to swing. We're going to come up here, and you can never have too much meat. So we're going to grab some more. Ooh. Got a scaleback head. We can mount that later and put it on the outside of our house so we can show the scalebacks who is boss. So we've talked about the plant fiber and that it gets better with a sickle. I'm going to gather some more plant fiber so we can move on to our next tasks, and I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. And we are back, guys. So I have the knowledge window up. Notice we have 26 points available. I want to make some place to store my stuff so I don't have to carry everything in my inventory. And to do that, we need to unlock the box maker knowledge. So we're going to unlock that now. That allows me to make a wooden box. So we're going to go back to the hammer, and we are going to hit F and come over here to decorations. The box is decorations. It requires 100 wood and 12 twine. I crafted the twine right before here. We are going to then build the box right there. Come up to the box, hit E, and now you have storage space. We will put some of this other stuff over here. I am going to make a campfire right... Oh, I already have a campfire. We are going to put it down right quick. We are going to end up cooking some of this. We are going to cook some of this meat right here. Bark doesn't provide as much as stone as wood does, but it'll get us cooking on some of that meat then. So I want to show you something. Notice how down at the bottom where I just put the meat on my hotbar, it has a 10-minute timer and counting down. That is the time until it spoils. Now, I haven't paid attention, but I would imagine it is just like Ark and many other survival games, to where that is not the time until the whole stack spoils. That is just the time until the next piece of meat spoils. But we'll find out here in just a few minutes. So a couple things I want to do before we wrap up this first episode is I want to complete the journey step, clothe yourself. So we can craft these basic clothes here at the beginning, and all they require is plant fiber. So we're going to craft the coarse foot wraps, coarse hand wraps, coarse leggings, coarse tunic. And see, just one of them counted as clothe yourself. But I'm wanting to get as many as I can to get our armor level up as high as can be off of the beginning. Now, this is not going to provide very good temperature protection, and it's not going to provide very good armor, but it is better than wearing no clothes like we were. So we'll let the legs finish crafting. And then finally we are going to let the coarse tunic finish crafting. We're going to come up here and we are going to look. I need 3 twine in order to make a fiber bedroll. Or I need 3 hide to make a rawhide bedroll. Well, I have the hide right here. You get hide when you butcher animals, when you kill them. So we got some of the hide from those scalebacks. We're going to craft this bedroll so that way if we die, we will spawn back at this bedroll. We're going to put in a few more points into our attributes, and then we're probably going to call it an episode. It's getting close to that time. So we're going to take the bedroll and we are going to place it on the floor here. And notice it said spawn point updated. Alrighty, guys, so that is it for this first episode of Conan Exiles. We went through the basics, how to create basic tools, how to gather resources, and how to build your first shelter, and how to survive on food. And we didn't talk about water. Well, there's a couple different ways you can get water. We'll talk about that right quick before we leave. If your character is thirsty, you can just come right up here to the river or any body of water and just drink out of it. Also, you can come up and you can hit the water skin that you have on your action bar, and that will fill the water skin that you can then take with you and use on the go if you are not anywhere near water. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and on next episode we are going to go out and try and find a bit of iron so we can work on making ourselves an iron sickle to make getting plant fiber easier, and we are going to potentially look into taming a few animals and getting some better armor as well. I hope you guys join me again on our adventures in the land of Conan the Barbarian. Have fun and take care.